What's up, everybody? Henry from Fun Game Reviews is back at it again. We are going to talk about the hero Artic Lord. I know some of you guys have really enjoyed him because he is like an AoE class. You guys kind of use him like as if you guys are trying to use him for Pangoli, Storm Rider. I know some of you guys are trying to fully focus on like a full-on AoE team, so it's like Artic Lord, Storm Rider, and Pangoli, and those like Ambrosia, Toxic Shaman, like all those things that will do massive AoE damage. So let's go ahead and proceed in this discussion. This is going to be based on for pretty much all the different game modes, if possible. So, I mean, we're going to start it out with the attack formation, you know, Resource Raid, Lords League, Guild Clash, and then Arena, Battle Royale, Guild Boss. And we will always talk about it with the low-level ranks to the higher level ranks. I mean, technically, for medium, high-level ranks, people don't really use him that much. But I know I've seen some medium and low-level players use Artic Lord. In those particular levels, so we'll mostly talk about them in like the medium players and the low level players, because top level players, they kind of just use it for fun in like Battle Square and Coliseum. They don't really use it in any of the actual attack formations, other than like if he was a decoy. And I'll give an example. So starting out, we got Artic Lord. As you guys know, the skill basically does this. It charges at the furthest enemy hero, dealing this amount of damage, and also damage to all foes in his way. So basically, he will be doing a spinning attack, and literally what you want like the best place to actually use this is when you actually have a base where you actually have it like where the heroes are in the four corners. Okay, if the heroes are in the four corners, that's when you kind of know, okay, this is where I know I need to be focusing on, and this is probably the best spot to do it, because you're going to be able to use them as a decoy. You're going to be able to actually pull all the heroes and make him like the tank. So let's start it right away. So the very first thing that I would actually say, Artic Lord is also Artic Lord's cheapest and most efficient way to kind of start off. So it reduces damage by 75% for 15 seconds when attacking. At higher levels, I mean at maximum levels, you can get up to, I think it was 85% damage reduction for 15 seconds when you're attacking. So like that initial push, you're actually really very tanky, you know. You have like 85% damage reduction. That really helps you a whole bunch, guys. So make sure you guys are taking advantage of that. So that's just the cheap method. I mean, for a lot of the lower level players, you guys know Artic Lord is probably the easier one to come by, comparably to a lot of the other heroes. Okay, so what I would actually say is the next hero that you would actually want to take advantage of is Wonton. If you guys actually have Wonton next, Wonton would actually help you guys tremendously as well, because not only will you have damage reduction, you will also have dodge, hit rate, and dodge. So you definitely want to be taking advantage of having that extra dodge, because a lot of people are using Artic Lord not for really damage purposes, but more for that tank and decoy purposes. Okay, you guys want to definitely take advantage of him as a decoy. You definitely want to take advantage of him where he can actually like pull everybody. Because, you know, there are bases where you've seen it where like the heroes are not clumped up like mine. They're actually spread out. You want to basically have it where you drop him where he's furthest away from like that one hero, so that when he basically starts spinning and going across the whole base, he will return and actually collect everybody in his path, and then they will all move this way. So once all the heroes start moving towards, like, let's just pretend on the east side, then you can start dropping off all your heroes on the west side and just start coming in with sharpshooters. You can start coming in with wizard teams, whatever, and start walking through the enemy base. Okay? So another nice little thing that you guys can take advantage of for the third hero is you want to actually make it so you have Berserker as well. Berserker is really useful here because now you have damage reduction 85% for 15 seconds. You have dodge. You have it where your Artic Lord, even if you have a very low level Artic Lord, very low level, it will only hit 15% of his maximum HP. Literally, 15% is nothing. Okay, 15% is nothing. When you let's just pretend. Look at the HP of my Artic Lord. Okay, let's just pretend you're using some low level Artic Lord that is really not that strong, and you have it at like a level 1 or 2 divine or something, right? 164,000 HP, considered not a lot. It's really not a lot, and 15% of that you're only doing maybe at most like 20,000 HP for every hit, maybe like 18,000. It's really not a lot. Okay, so basically having it like that, you can actually make him survive a lot longer. You can use him as a decoy. You can make it so you're luring all the enemy heroes to a different corner while you try to destroy on the opposing side. If you guys haven't seen how we've done this and accomplished this in the past, please go look at all my Guild Clash videos, my Knobhead videos that I have posted on YouTube. You'll see how effectively my guild mates have been using it back in the day when we were using it for like wizard team lineups, sharpshooter team lineups, whatever. Okay, you guys definitely want to take advantage of that. Okay, so moving on, we can actually also do a couple other things. I mean, medium level players, another effective way of keeping it so that he can stay alive is you can use Berserker to make sure that he only takes a minimum of 15% of his HP at any given time. Then you can actually take advantage of also using Enchantress. So Enchantress, if you have it at maximum, you can actually get healed additionally 4 times. So whenever the hero drops below 80% HP, 60% HP, 40, and 20, you will gain 70,000 life. Remember, like what I said, if I only have 164,000 life, and I'm only taking 18,000 damage each time, that means you're only losing about 15% HP, right, each time. So if you were to, so that means you would have to get hit twice, and then you would actually get healed for 70,000. Okay, if you get healed for 70,000, that means you're back at beyond full life again. Right, and then you will drop again down to 60%, and then you get healed back to full life again, because you only have 164,000. Right, technically, 70,000 HP restoration is good enough to heal you full life at least. Let's just say 3 times, about 3 times before. So that's almost like having 4 or 5 life bars. Okay, 4 or 5 life bars, full life bars, and just being able to survive and last that long. So for medium level players, having Berserker and Enchantress together, really useful. And as always, Pangoli will be really useful here, because if your Artic Lord eventually hits 0 life, he still will last an additional like 7 seconds, 9 seconds, whatever your hero aid level is set for your Pangoli. So that basically will make it so that your Artic Lord really does survive and be as tanky as possible and last as long as possible. Okay, so another one, I know that is, that is pretty much it for resource raids, Guild Clash, Lords League, and I kind of talked about how you like would position it so you guys can move and hit in certain areas. Okay, so now we're going to talk about arenas. The very nice thing is, if you actually focus where you're using Great Sage, you're using Pangoli, you're using Storm Rider, you're using Artic Lord, you're using Toxic Shaman, stuff like that, where every single thing is AoE, what you want to definitely take advantage of is if you can actually nuke, okay? If you can nuke your enemy heroes, I would say that every single hero aid should be should at least consist of Ironclad. Because if you can AoE that hard, I would expect and require that you actually are capable of hitting the base one way or another eventually. So if you can actually have it where you're using full AoE attack units and you can actually hit the bases, this will definitely give you, at maximum, you can get 70% more damage to buildings. Okay, 70% more damage to buildings. So that's number one. Number two, I would actually take advantage of trying to get more damage in any way, shape, or form. So you can do Skull Mage. So now we're going to talk about all the different heroes that you can use that will give you huge damage boost for your Artic Lord. So it's not about survivability anymore. It's about how quickly can you nuke down the base. So basically, I would say Skull Mage, Chiron, Sapphrix, Hydrasaur, and obviously I already told you Ironclad. So those are the main heroes that you want to definitely equip. And so I mean, double up if the best possible. Double up if possible. So for me, I would basically double up Skull Mage, Chiron, and Ironclad together. Those three together would really do some big number damage in arenas. Okay, seriously, big number damage. All right, so that's pretty much it right there for arenas. And let's go ahead. We'll move on to the next one. The next one is Battle Royale. So remember, now Battle Royale, you guys don't actually use it for. You guys have to focus on killing heroes, not other stuff. You gotta focus on killing heroes. So when you guys actually have to focus killing heroes, what do you have to do? You gotta put everything based on just damage overall, right? So like Artic Lord is pretty much not preferred here because you don't want to aggro every single one. You don't want to pull all the different heroes, bosses, right? You want to kill these things one by one. I will tell you right now, Artic Lord is not preferred here because his attack in general shoots everybody. His Divine shoots everybody. Okay? Literally, it will hit everybody. And it's kind of a waste to have it like that. But yeah. So, really, it doesn't matter where you're at. I would really not highly recommend it in Battle Royale at all. But if you wanted to focus on pure damage, I would actually use Chiron. I would use Skull Mage, and I would probably put in either Hydrasaur or Sapphrix. Actually, forget Hydrasaur. I would just put Chiron, Skull Mage, Sapphrix. Because this is Battle Royale, you will get 50% additional skill damage and attack damage. Okay? I would literally focus it that way so you can try to do as much damage as possible. But remember, not something you would want to use because you're really boosting something that is going to cause you more harm because you're actually pulling all of the heroes rather than pulling only the ones that you wanted. Because when you guys do Battle Royale, you want to be focusing on like one boss at a time. You don't want to focus on all 5 bosses simultaneously. That doesn't help you. It could actually lead you to more issues. Okay, now last but not least, we're going to be talking about Guild Boss. Guild Boss. So, Guild Boss, you want to utilize as much as possible reflective damage. Okay, so reflective damage, that basically means I want you to be using Chiron. Chiron number 1 is for Guild Boss. Berserker number 2. You do not want to get one shot. You do not want to get one shot by the Guild Boss. So, Berserker is number 2. Okay, number 3. I would basically say this is the same for everybody, would be Toxic Shaman. Because if you die, you will actually still reflect damage taken, and you will also release a cloud of healing, which is 7,000, 10,000 for your allies. And you're also doing 7,000 damage per second on the boss itself, okay? So that's pretty much it. I mean, there's nothing else I would really say. I mean, really, Artic Lord is not considered a nuke class, so I wouldn't actually use that there. All right. So that's pretty much it for me, guys. I have explained it for everybody. I'm pretty sure Artic Lord is the same setup for everybody. I won't be saying that this should be used for like tanking in here. Like even for guild boss, it's technically more of a decoy class than a nuke or a tank, but at least you can definitely pull off a little bit of tankiness. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. This is Henry from Fun Game Reviews. This is the best hero ace to equip for Artic Lord. And last but not least, don't forget, if you guys want to see these uncut videos and you want to see it before it hits YouTube, come hang out with me on Streamcraft. I am definitely making this uncut for all you guys to see. You guys can actually chime in as well on Streamcraft and come talk to me and see, you know, what other videos you guys are interested in getting on YouTube. So this is all recorded for YouTube. So thank you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching.